Hi guys! Let's see if I can find the swing of things. Let's see if I can bring up and share so that you guys all know this is going on. Otherwise, I will just be talking with myself, which might not be a bad thing, but you know. I like talking to you guys, and I'm just babbling because I am me. Okay, when we have the chat open. Hi, Shay. How are you today? Okay. It's like, what do I even want to do? I'm so lost right now. Hi, Zargot. I want to get back into coloring this page right here. I'm trying for the life of me to remember what I was even thinking for this page because it feels like a lifetime has happened between 2 weeks ago and now. Sorry, I had to take a drink. So I'm going to try and find my footing. So please bear with me. I want to thank all of you guys for dealing with my complete week of inactivity because life is a thing. But while I wasn't here, this showed up. Yay! So I saw this on Amazon the other day and I'm like, what are these? Apparently, Staedtler has watercolor brush tip, dual tip markers. So I haven't yet tried these because I just got back a couple days ago. So I don't know how they work or anything, but I'm excited to try them. Let's be honest, I haven't done much the last couple days, but being pretty much a lump on the couch. I'm a pro at being a lump on the couch. But my hope is to find a page with, oh, that was awkward. The case just got a little bit excited there, guys. Don't mind that. This is a kid-friendly show. I promise. We're gonna set that aside while it figured out its life there. But I want to find a page with a hummingbird on it and use these new markers on it. Probably not on stream, something just kind of for me, because my grandmother, hummingbirds were her bird. And so that's going to be for her. I'll probably show progress on my Instagram account, but yeah, that is a thing that I will test those out and I'll let you guys know periodically how that is going. So luckily I was smart enough to put colors together. So I kind of know what is going to pair together, at least for the leaves. I think I'm going to start with the Crayola alcohol markers. I will forever be showing you water-based markers. Forever and always. That is my life. So sorry, not sorry. So I'm probably going to attempt with the Crayola. Let's see if I remember how to color. It's been a while. And as for the holidays, I am so not ready. I mean, I got most of my gifts for everybody, but none of them are wrapped. And the family is in such a state of like weird limbo right now that I don't know. We're in a weird place. Hi, Melody. So I've got the sea green and the green blender markers. I'm doing pretty good. Like I said, most days I'm here. I'm present. As long as I keep busy, life is grand. Okay, so I'm trying to decide if I want to do these tiny little leaves or if I want to do more of these big leaves. I think I want to start with the tiny leaves. I think that's where I want to go. That is impressive, Shay. And like I am nowhere near even started. I don't even think I have enough wrapping paper. So that is one minor detail that I haven't quite figured out yet. Which isn't good because our first Christmas gift exchange is on Tuesday. So go figure. Okay, we might have to be a little inventive with these markers because it feels like the darker green is a little on the dry side. I would love to, oh looky, I found another pink flower that I forgot to color. I would love to talk about all the books I've read, but honestly, I haven't been reading a lot. Like I said, I have perfected the art of being a lump on a couch. I don't mind these blendables, the Crayola blendables. I mean, I don't think I'm going to rebuy them. I mean, mainly because there's not a huge selection of colors. I mean, they blend really, really well, but they don't last very long, at least not with the way I color. I've already killed, I think, 3 or 4 of them. And I've probably only completed 1 full picture with them before. I mean, I've used them here and there, but... Hi, Joey. I'm doing okay. My response to everybody right now, at least in this stage of my life, is whenever somebody asks how I am, I'm like, I'm here. I'm present. Because honestly, that is pretty much my mental capacity at this point. I do want to get back into filming. It's just I have to get over this like weird mental hump right now because I have a ton of ideas and I'm really super excited about them. But every time I think about going and like sitting down and filming them, I'm kind of like, maybe not. Just because the last time I sat down and filmed, and as soon as I shut off the camera, I got the phone call about my grandma. And so I think I'm like mentally connecting the two, even though they're really not connected. So one day at a time. That's how I'm going. But like I said, I do want to get you guys some videos out. And that is why I wanted to stream today, because I wanted to get back to you guys and find normal again. So yeah. Trying to think of something like exciting and upbeat to talk about with you guys. I'm a little bit of an Eeyore right now. But I have my own moments where I'm like Tigger and I'm bouncing off the walls like crazy. Like we went and we did Salvation Army ringing yesterday, me and my husband. And I was the worst passenger in the car ever for my husband. I can't even tell you why, but I spent most of the car ride just harassing him and annoying him and sticking my finger in his ear because that's a good thing to do to the driver. So like I said, I'm a little bit like all over the spectrum right now. This is true. I was also singing wonderfully. I'm not sure why I don't have my own album out. I'm pretty sure all of you guys would want a copy of it because my screaming is absolutely amazing. Thank you guys. Yeah, I'm taking it slow. I'm not trying to push myself too much. Like I said, I have like all of these ideas, like all of them. And I realize, I mean, there's time. I don't have to do them all at once. I mean, some of them are some of those like year-end videos, like what were the best books of 2018? What were the best coloring books of 2018? Those kind of things. Oh, I'm gonna burp. Oh, excuse me. I apologize for that. I did not mean to do that right in the microphone. You're welcome. Yeah, that's one of those Japanese lucky cats. What book am I excited about reading? Oh, that is a good question. I'm trying to think. I know my brother is harassing me a little bit about reading The Expanse because I may have borrowed that book from him like forever ago, and I kind of forgot that I borrowed it, and I'm not entirely sure where it's at right now, but we won't tell him that. But I am excited about reading that one. Oh goodness, I don't even know. I do know I also need to finish the Seven Water series. I have 2 books left in that. So those 3 books might be my focus for the rest of the year. That's like my only goal at this point. In the next 2 weeks, those 3 books. Gosh, there's only 2 weeks left of 2018. Holy cow. That's exactly it, Joey. So yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, my conversation is like all over the place right now. Oh, I forgot Winter Witch was coming out. Shay, thank you for reminding me about that. That one comes out really, really soon. Sorry, spastic moment. I was in the middle of a sentence. Yes, I forgot about that. I'm super, super excited about that one. I might need a random reminder that it's coming up. I pre-ordered that one. That should just randomly show up. Maybe. But yeah, I was saying something and I don't remember what I was saying. Hi, Elizabeth. Wow. I feel a little spastic today. You guys are welcome to that. Oh, I can tell you a beautiful, wonderful tale about dear old Gillyweed that happened in the middle of everything that went on in this past couple of weeks. So, and yes, Shay, that would be a perfect place to do that read. I agree. Yes. So I lost track of Gillyweed. And I'm like, how do I even explain this story while separating it from everything else that was happening at the time? Okay, so let's say April was in a little bit of emotional distress. And so I lost track of Gillyweed. And by the time I remembered that I should probably have my eye on Gillyweed, my husband was coming home. So I'm running around the house, screaming Gillyweed's name, tears flowing down my face. My husband has no clue what's going on, so he's utterly confused. And of course, By the time I find Gillyweed, he has snuck his way through the cat flap into the master bedroom, into the master bedroom, and he's in the master bathroom eating all of the cat litter. And I'm not just talking like picking around and eating some of the cat litter. I'm like, he is straight up just like munching on it like it's kibble. It was bad. I mean, we've got a corn-based cat litter, so to him it probably was a little like kibble. But I'm like, I've got tears coming down my face. At the same time, this horrified look on my face, and I'm screaming at the dog. I'm like, what the bleep are you doing? Get out. So for the next couple of days, we got to experience what happens to world's best cat litter as it is processed by the world's worst dog. And he was just all kinds of burpy and gaseous and fun to deal with. Let me tell you, the joys of having animals. I don't know if you guys got a kick out of this story like I did. Now that I'm like several days away from that, it's like, why, dog? Why? Oh, so yeah, that was. Oh, goodness. Okay, there's things happening in the chat, and I completely just whoosh. Upstairs. Okay. I'm hearing a dog growl and I'm like, where is it coming from? Hi, Grace. These are the Crayola blendables. So they're what I think is the Crayola alcohol markers. So yes, that is my wonderful story of Gillyweed and his ability to eat absolutely anything and everything. That horrifies and disgusts me. You have to be careful what you drop around that dog. He is, he has no shame, like none. Kind of. Oh, and another exciting thing that sadly I can't show you pictures of right now because I'm recording this with my phone and the pictures are on my phone. At the office, we do these decorating contests for Christmas. And what was I saying? See, like I said, my brain it's so spastic. Christmas contest at work. So we were decorating our office and the cubes and everything. And so we were sitting there trying to think of a theme. And we ended up picking Nightmare Before Christmas. So right now, my office area is a combination of skeleton cats and Christmas lights. And it is absolutely amazing. It's one of those things that I'm like, I don't want to take any of this down. Can we just leave it up all year? Please and thank you. So at least every time I come in, we've got like several giant inflatables in the office space too. We have a giant blow up snowman right next to giant blow-up jack-o'-lanterns. It's great. Yes, can you guess who brought in the skeleton cats? I mean, I don't know what to talk about. There's also a zombie cat who was the cat that started it all. I'm trying to tell which leaf is what. The paper in this book, Grace, is absolutely amazing because, I mean, you get bleeding, but they're alcohol-based markers, so you're going to get that. But, I mean, I'm not even marking up my behind sheet. So, I mean, I think it's a very nice thick paper. I heard your face, Shay. I'm glad you could stop in for a little while. So, yeah, and like I said, I'm gonna, okay, so I'm gonna I'm probably gonna flip through this book and some of Kirby's books just to see if I can find a hummingbird page somewhere. If any of you guys know of any like good hummingbird coloring pages, let me know. I am on a search for those right now. I mean, I don't need a ton, I just need to find one, but I'm sure if I actually tried looking, I'd find one. But I know how amazing you guys are at knowing these things. See, I thought there was one, Elizabeth. I was pretty sure there was one, but like I said, I haven't actually gone and looked for it yet. So that's my goal. Because like I'm super, where did I even put those markers? I am super excited about trying out the Staedtler brush tip markers that I managed to grab. And I think that would be a perfect page to do. Well, I don't know if I want to necessarily pick up a whole new coloring book, Grace. I would love to find one in the coloring books that I already have. So like I said, I kind of just, to decompress with life, I would like to color a page and just kind of like remember my grandma in that way. I mean, I'm probably not going to do anything with the page, but I've also been thinking about tattoos recently because I mean I've got this arm tattoo where you can see Alethea, Nissa, and Fia, and then I need to add all of the boys, so both of the Hellhounds and the Grimms. Don't necessarily know how I'm going to do that yet, but at the same time I would like to get a hummingbird tattoo. I'm thinking on my foot, maybe, I don't know. Still kind of up in the air. I'm still just kind of starting to think about it. But kind of like an artistic hummingbird tattoo. Because let me tell you, tattoos are stinking addictive. I don't think I do have any of hers. Actually, I know I don't have any of hers. Nice, Grace. Yep, that is another thing that is very addictive, and that is Copic markers. Once you start, you can't stop. I mean, there might be some people who can, but they have willpower that I don't understand. Okay, so it's after the monkey. I might have to go look for it after I'm done here. Just make sure that I'm actually on screen. That would be great, April. Okay, so is there anybody else here who randomly starts talking about themselves in third person? Because I find that I do that sometimes. And I don't exactly know why or when I started doing that. I think it's because sometimes I talk to myself. I'm a little bit like Smeagol in Gollum. I have a personality like that. I think of this brilliant idea, and then the other part of me is like, but April, but I want to. But please, I want to. Well, Elizabeth, that is completely normal. I do the same thing. Trust me. Sometimes that is the only way to calm the puppies down, is to just sit there and read to them. Are you still liking the sketch box, Grace? Because, I mean, those subscription boxes are always interesting, but I can never really bring myself to pull the trigger. Did not realize how close these greens actually were, because they did not look that close when I did swatches. I might darken up a little bit when I get the colored pencils on there. Hi, Elizabeth. Yeah, I mean, I was back and forth on whether or not I actually wanted to push myself to stream today, but I'm like, I need to find normal again. And so, plus there's something very soothing about doing this coloring, and these streams are the main thing that gets me into coloring right now, because otherwise, yep, I will be watching all of the Netflix things. Well, it is kind of a expensive box, so I can understand that. Like I said, I'm always a little leery of getting things that I can't pick out myself, because I'm afraid I'll end up with a whole bunch of things that I'll never ever use. But there are times where I'm like, ooh, that box looks interesting. Huh, I'll have to remember that, Grace. I'll have to look that up. Because, yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of that. Damsels of Distress. Sounds like it could be fun. Okay, did I get them all? Do we have any of these kind of leaves? You don't see anymore. But I might find them after I start coloring. I agree, Elizabeth. There are times where I'm like, I should probably end this stream right here, but I don't know if I want to. Don't mind my reach. Got to get my colored pencil sharpener thing. I guess it's not just a colored pencil sharpener. I guess it's a pencil sharpener. It's not pencil-est. Yeah, I'm gonna be babbling, guys. Oh, yes. we have all of the animals dressed as other animals today. Why? Because we don't have lives and we spend too much money on said animals. True. And so Albus and Nissa are dressed as bunny rabbits today. And then we had this really amazing thing happen, and that was the dog and the cat actually somewhat cuddled. I have pictures, so at some point they'll probably go up on Instagram. But we are making progress, guys, and it is absolutely freaking amazing. Okay, so I have my Polychromos, and in Polychromos I have leaf green 112 and emerald green 163. The cats are upstairs in the master bedroom with the door closed because we can't keep an eye on Gillyweed while we're downstairs in the basement, and I don't want him to eat more cat litter. So the cats are just sleeping up there because we got a new heater for the master bedroom as well, and they're enjoying life with the sunshine and the giant bed up there. And then I think Gillyweed, Gillyweed's upstairs on the window, and then Al is sitting on my husband right now. But yes, there will be pictures because I have no shame. Yeah, no, Gillyweed is forever going to be known as the litter eater. Okay. See if we can get some more of the dark up in there. Like, I don't want it to look too much like the other leaves. At the same time, I don't want it to be such an odd color that it looks out of place with the other leaves. Does that make sense? Let me actually get this a little bit more center focus. Huh. Well, if you ever re-find her, Joey, just send me a message. Because I would love to see that. I use my phone to do live streaming, which is kind of funny because at work I actually use a webcam. So, I mean, I've got experience using both, but I mean, I've always just stuck with my phone here on YouTube just for the ease of it, because I don't necessarily have to deal with the streaming interface. I can just do everything straight up on my phone. Plus, my computer isn't necessarily anywhere near my desk or my computer, and I don't have a laptop computer. I've got an iMac that I use. So phones just, it makes more sense for me. Yeah, no, hummingbirds are so beautiful. We're actually thinking about getting a hummingbird feeder. See if we can attract some hummingbirds. Maybe get a few flowering plants around here that attract them as well. Just so we can watch them in the window and drive the cats and the dogs nuts. That could be fun. So yeah, and like my grandma's house is just covered with hummingbirds. She's always had a hummingbird feeder outside her big main window. And then I've colored her so many hummingbirds over the years. I did a stained glass hummingbird for her at one point. And then I did a stone painted hummingbird for her. I know there was like several pictures and things too. Ooh, and does everybody remember, this was like a 90s thing, I feel like, but the yarn hook pillows? Did a hummingbird one of those. Ooh, and I also sewed her a couple hummingbird pillows. So yeah, hummingbirds are my grandma at this point. The cats will probably just sit on the couch and just chitter at the birds. Because I mean, they can't go outside, so. And we've had a bird nest in that window before that they just have sat and they've just been fascinated by. Which we should probably pull that old nest down at some point. Because it's probably getting a little manky. So I'm not pulling the colored pencil all the way to the edge of these leaves because I want to leave some of that original light green there. Because I don't really have a green that is quite that color in my polys. I really need to just like bite the bullet and complete my Polychromos set. That'll be a goal for 2019. It's a good goal to have, right? Ooh, excuse me. I think my hubby has already decided what he's buying me for Christmas. But I mean, I do have a birthday coming up in like 5 months. If I haven't already gotten all the colored pencils myself by that point. And honestly, I don't really have that many more to get. There's probably like 20 of them, if I'm honest. I think. I don't know. I haven't looked recently. I love it, Elizabeth. Yeah, and I feel like, is it Arteza? I've been seeing ads from Arteza where they did a Sphinx cat illustration. And like, I feel like Arteza is totally targeting me right now. That is totally not fair. That's true. I forgot about Valentine's Day. That is a thing that happens, isn't it? Me and my husband, we have this like really weird tradition that Valentine's Day is dedicated to horror and slasher movies. I'm like, that was just a very first Valentine's Day. Was it the Ring series?
Yeah.
We watched in the original Japanese. The Grudge. There you go. And then we've just kind of escalated it from there.
And I got you the cleaver.
Yes,
Yeah,
I got a cleaver one year for Valentine's Day, because nothing says I love you more like, here is a giant sharp knife in which you can kill me with.
Trust.
Yeah, I have heard good things about their watercolored pencils, and a lot of like their utensils in general. Because I know a lot of people here on YouTube, I've seen a lot of people using them. I've also started seeing a lot of the bigger artist names on YouTube trying out the chameleon markers to hilarious effect. It always makes me giggle watching some like really heavy Copic users sit there and turn around and try and figure out the best way to use a chameleon marker. Because let's be honest, if you're gonna use a chameleon marker the way it was originally developed for, it's not the same. So it's a little bit of a learning curve. Oh no, Elizabeth. Yeah. Well, and then my husband's birthday is right before Christmas. So I'm sure he's got several people who do the same thing to him. They remember Christmas, but not necessarily his birthday. I think I already colored that. I'm losing my mind. I think when I finish this strand of leaves, I'm going to take a drink. Because I'm starting to get a little parched. I want to bring some dark color further up on this bigger leaf. There we go. Thinking of creating my own soundtrack with me just humming various tunes and then putting it up on the internet so that people can just download them and use them on their own videos, because I'm sure there are a ton of people out there who are like, we love the way that she sings and hums. We need her on our videos. Da-da-da-da. Especially since I can totally carry a tune. Okay, drink time. Yay, carbonation. I will not burp. That was a lie. But this time, at least I didn't do it in your guys' ear. Guys'. Oh my gosh. I promise. It's only flavored water. That's all I'm drinking right now. Okay, so I think I'm going to go down here so that I can still remember which leaves exist in what universe. Oh, that's the wrong side of the pencil. It's easier to color with a side that's sharpened. I should also. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I promise I'm not high. I'm just my brain is just in all kinds of weird places. Like I said, I go to these like really weird high places and these really weird low places right now. And because all of you guys are so amazing, I'm running on a high. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was going to create this really cool book that has very important sayings in it for things that everyone should always remember. So things like, when coloring with a colored pencil, one should always use the sharpened side. When presented with a litter box, one should not eat the litter. And, you know, amazing sayings like that, so that you don't forget these things, because these are very important things not to forget. I'm just saying. Hi, Charlotte! And I'm sure you guys have even more amazing sayings such as those. I should probably add to the list that when one opens a cabinet, one should close it so that one's husband does not run into it. And now I'm sitting here thinking about like the most obnoxious rules ever that one should live by. There you go, Elizabeth. One should remember Mom's birthday rather than Valentine's Day. Or both. But not just Valentine's Day. When decorating a Christmas tree, one should remember to look up and decorate the top of the Christmas tree and not just the middle. Hashtag short people problems. It's like, am I in frame? I don't know. It's like playing a game. How often is April out of frame? I almost started the woodchuck saying there. I have no idea why that just like popped into my head. I'm trying to think of how I can relate that to my life. You want you to remember not to lose one's puppy. Oh, I mean, it's not even like this house is that big either. Golly jeez. I probably ran up and down the stairs like 10 times just calling his name. Be like, where could this dog have gone? We don't have a lot of space in this house. Where is this stinking dog? Granted, we are talking about the same dog who climbed over the baby gate before we got the tall baby gate. So he is a determined little piece of non-haired skin.
Skin pile.
Skin pile. But we love him. I don't know why, but we do. We're stuck with him. I think we've just become resigned to our fate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's one of those things, too, that because it's getting so cold out, we can't necessarily take them for a walk like we used to. And you can tell that they're starting to go a little bit stir crazy. Because they've developed this interesting new habit of, let's see how often we can jump up and grab Mom's elbow in our mouth. No thank you, please. Possibly learning some bad behaviors from the cats. The cats would do that to me. They're plotting. They're always plotting. Yeah, sometimes searching through all of the emojis and emoticons and everything else is just too much work. Okay, I think these are the last of these leaves, and then we can color that flower that got away from me. Gosh dang it. Okay. And then maybe start with the other color leaves. I don't know how far we'll get with those. Because we've only been at this for what, 50 minutes now? So we have some time. You guys are stuck with me for a little while. You're welcome. I'm not that easy to get rid of. I would evil laugh, but I would scare all of you guys away. And I don't want to scare you guys away. So I guess I could just like insert it here. Mwahahahahahaha. I don't know what that was. They kicked me out of evil school. Now the real question is, can any of you guys tell that I used to be in theater? Can you? Don't lie. Tell me the truth. Can you guys tell? Granted, to be fair, I always got the little kid parts. Like, always. It never failed. I think they were saying something about my stature. And let's be fair. I mean, it's kind of hard to get a part in which you have kids that are taller than you. Because there was one play in which I did play a mom and my children were taller than me, and it was awkward. That is not the right color to be coloring with right now. Bring it back, April. Bring it back. Now the real question is, because I am so like spastic and, you know, I'm just going to keep talking and babbling at you guys. What do you guys want to see in this next year coming up? Like what kind of coloring pages, what kind of coloring? What kind of videos do you want to see? There's a question for you. Just kind of throwing it out there. So like I said, I'm starting to kind of think about what my 2019 goals are. I almost said 2020. And luckily that felt really wrong in my brain, so I didn't go with that. But yeah, my 2019 goals. Because I figured I've done this coloring thing successfully for over a year now. How do I want to expand? Man, my hands are just all kinds of... Don't look at them. Ignore them. You see nothing. Just focus on the sound of my voice. The sound of my voice. And here we are coloring a leaf. This beautiful green color. But I'm done, so we're not coloring the leaves a beautiful green color. And the dog is dreaming over there right now. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, so we got thank you, Elizabeth. Both Elizabeths. I will take both of your ideas. Yeah, no, I definitely want to continue these streams because they've just been amazing. Okay, let's see. Let's color this real quick. It's not going to take me too long because it's a teeny tiny little flower. I really wish I would stop finding things that I accidentally missed, but you know, what can you do? And I've got the dark pink. Oop, I'm shedding. Please ignore any of the hair you see just randomly showing up on this picture. It's not my fault. I have thought about doing some random things like that, like having my husband pick or having one of the animals pick kind of deal, like what I read and what I color and that kind of stuff. At some point, I think I do want to do like a video on the animals too. Just give you guys a good look at all of the nakeds that are running around here. Okay, I don't think any more flowers will randomly pop up. I hope. Okay. So for our next set of colors, we're gonna bring out the Kurecolors. I don't know how this is gonna go. Oh, I always pick out his TBR. The last several books that he has read is because I handed them to him. Oh, no problem. I'm glad you could stop in, Melody. That does have some merit, though. Okay, so I have in the Kurecolor, I have light green and ocean green. Like I said, these kind of blend nicely, but not as nicely as the Copics or the Crayola do. So, I don't know. We're going to try it. We're going to try it, and if it ends in tears and failure, well then we're going to throw all of these Kurecolors out and never look at them ever again. How's that sound? Sounds like a plan to me. Oh, I've forgotten how much these things stink. Jeez, oh Pete. And of course, I choose the biggest leaf. The color with the markers I'm the least sure about. Because logic. And I have to remind myself, I'm like, April, this is just a base color. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. That makes sense. Yeah, that's kind of why I don't necessarily buy anything and everything that I come across. I'm limiting Right now I'm limiting, oh my gosh, why can I not talk? I'm limiting myself to certain brands so that I don't end up with a ton of things that I'm just never going to use. Which is why, while I see a whole ton of people using like the Artisas and things like that, I haven't picked them up. Because let's be honest, I have probably more markers than I really need. Probably color a little bit of those. Okay. These are working a little better than I was expecting. Oh, bye, Grace. I'm glad you could stop in. Oh, that makes perfect sense. I mean, if you're not using them and someone is going a little crazy. Was I even on screen while I was commenting that? I hope I was. If I wasn't, I apologize. Yeah, Tombos are amazing. Just for a little while, Zargat, or is this something that, you know? No, but yeah, sometimes I go through like different media taste where I'm like, I want to use alcohol markers all of the time, and then I'm like, let's go to water base. So there are times when I'm collecting one or the other. I'm using one or the other. I'm actually kind of liking how these are laying down. But I still don't think I'm ever going to buy these things again. I say that now, and then like 6 months from now, you'll see like a whole case of them. Oh, gotta stretch my foot. Oh, that makes sense. Because, I mean, the alcohol-based ones, whew, especially these Kurecolors right now, they have a little bit of scent to them. But, I mean, I think right now, Sharpies, I have to be careful with Sharpies because they are the ones that get to me the most. Okay, I'm like, I don't want to, like, go completely off screen. There we go. This is where the game begins. Because we have a whole mess of things up in this corner. And it's a matter of figuring out how things relate to each other. Oh, yeah, it took me a while. Sorry, I got really focused on what I was doing. It took me a while to figure out the sweet spot of how not to get my head in frame and still see my picture. That's part of the reason why I like using my, elbow. Using my phone camera instead of my regular camera, because I have a 35 millimeter on my standard camera, which means I have to have it way back to film anything, and it's nearly impossible to color without getting my beautiful head in frame. When I color with my standard camera. Whereas with this phone, I can sort of figure it out. There are times where I'm like, I want to get closer, but if I get any closer, you're going to start seeing my ear and my hair, and it's not going to be pretty. Okay. Because I think I just want to do the stems of these flowers for now with these colors. But I know there's like a ton more leaves and things. Do I want to do them in these colors too, or do I want to... I don't know. Maybe I'll just kind of like float back and forth and just fill it in as I feel it, because I feel like this should be... I feel like it's part of this offshoot. And I might come back and color in more of these leaves and such. But the fun part will be later coming back in with the colored pencils and trying to remember what was what. It's just so dang fiddly. Feel, oh, is it? Okay, I'm going for it. Going for it. I've committed. It's like I can't quite tell if it's a stem or not. It is now. Yeah, it takes some time to get used to your face. I can definitely understand that. There's a reason why I don't go back and rewatch a lot of my videos after I'm done editing them. So I'm starting to think that while I'm streaming, I should probably not drink carbonated water. because the burps are real. Well, that's if only. Well, no, I don't want you to see my face as I'm coloring either, because oh my goodness, yes, I'm sure I look amazing as I've got my face planted right in the book. Starting to go cross-eyed, trying to figure out which leaves or what leaves and all of that jazz. I mean, these markers aren't coloring dry, but they just feel dry as I'm laying them down. They're a scratchier marker, which I suppose isn't a bad thing. It just feels weird. I'm used to my nice smooth Copics. Yeah, I think it's going to be a very long time before Copics are ever not considered a standard. They have just hit the market just right, that is for sure. I'm thinking of coloring all of the random items on this page, just like a solid metallic or something, or maybe just coloring them in black so that they're silhouetted. Because I feel like if I were to color them true to what they are, they would just pull away from the whole image. Oh, really, Sarah? Is there specific reasons why, I mean, you're not a huge fan? Because, I mean, each his own, definitely, because I know there are some people out there who don't enjoy using the Copic and they prefer other brands. I'm just interested in why. Because I love hearing people's reasons. I really do. They're the reasons I watch like a ton of, oh, just found my light. Sorry, stretching my back. They're the reason I watch a ton of reviews and things. Because people's opinions fascinate me, and I don't know why. I think that leaf right here is kind of what I want to go for. I was trying to make all these different type of leaves, slightly different colors, but still have the same tonal range. And I think I might not have gone dramatic enough to quite go for what I was trying to achieve. But I do think these greens look really good with that pink. Ooh, listen to that marker. Oh yeah, they're gonna do that. Yeah, I mean, I've never met a piece of paper that Copics have not bled through, unless you get like the highly specialized Copic blending paper. But it's just kind of the nature of alcohol markers, and some people, that's just not what they want, and I completely understand that. I mean, I love using them, but there's no way that I would use them in certain coloring books, because there's no way that you can preserve whatever is on the backside. You're gonna lose it, unfortunately. But to get that blendability, unfortunately, you have to get that bleeding. There's no way to separate the two, at least in a marker. Which is why I usually go for colored pencils or very light-handed water-based on some of those pages. Because, yeah, I mean, like, even this, you get... So there's no way I would be able to have anything on the other side of this. I mean, and these are 3 different kinds of alcohol markers, because the only time I use the Copic is on these pink ones. Right? No, that's a lie. Some of these green leaves are Copic as well. Woo! Almost lied there. Think that this is one of my leaves. Like I said, I might start just doing these leaves, but I might, after I've found all of these, expand to some of the other leaves, because these are the only 3 set of green colors I pulled out. I'm trying to tell if, like, somewhere in here we have some of the leaves as well. But it's hard. It's one of those games where you'll always catch something you missed. Ooh, do we have the mailman coming?
Sounds like
I think we got the mailman coming. Maybe? Either that or the dogs were just spazzing out because of someone walking by. But usually it's because of the mailman. I think... trying to tell. Going cross-eyed. Oh, you know what? That is part of the flower, so that needs to be pink. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We also have a black poodle that lives in the neighborhood. That I don't know what it is about that black poodle, but it just drives the dogs nuts. I mean, it's a pretty standard poodle, not one of the minis. Ooh, I'll have to look for that. Yeah, I'll look at my messages after I'm done here. False alarm?
False alarm.
Dang it. I got really excited, even though I think the only thing coming in the mail today is dog food.
Maybe something else.
Something you ordered?
Don't worry about
Okay.
it. Bunny.
Right? Yeah, because that's part of the flower. It makes my eyeballs hurt. Oh, I missed one of the little tiny green leaves too. And this is why I'm keeping all of my colors bundled together. Hi, baby boy. Have you decided to join us? He's like, what is the best way to get to mom? Hi. You're not going to fit on my lap right now. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Bless you. Yeah, I think that's some of the pink too. Okay. We are going to pull out the pink and color that so that I don't forget that that is there. And then I'll get the green out and fix the green. Oop, wrong side. I don't think we're cool enough for Gillyweed.
Apparently not.
Plus, we don't have the direct sunlight.
Yeah. No, he was baking himself.
There we go. Ta-da! Okay, I need to get the Crayolas out again. Because I got this little leaf right here. He's just sad and so alone. So alone. It's okay, little buddy. I gotcha. I gotcha. There we go. These are the Crayola blendables. I think that's what they're called. Or maybe it's blenders. They market them as well, they're for blending. They're the new signature Crayola stuff. And then of course all the colored pencils I'm using are Polychromos. So yes, these are signature Crayola blenders. I don't have the actual packaging left of them anymore. That actually has their name on them, and they didn't put them on the actual Crayolas, which I find odd. But you know, I'm not the advertisers for Crayola. Yes, I am pretty sure that they are alcohol grief. I was hoping that the buffering thing wasn't going to happen since I'm using my butt. Yay. But we'll carry on, as we in the coloring community always do. Okay. Yes, I wanted to color these guys down here. You guys missed my very epic no as the buffering thing started. My husband just laughed at me. It's fine. Oh gosh, dang it. Forgot you have to do these marker caps upside down. Oh man. This is why I can't have nice things. This is why. This is why. You know what? I don't know if I can replicate Shatner because, oh, dang it, that's the wrong color to use first. Oh, goodness. I'm losing it, guys. I'm losing it. I could try to go for like a really deep no. Oh, my voice does not go that low. Oh my goodness, that is never happening again. Ooh. Oh, that ink feels really funny on my hand. It's almost like a sticky dry. I don't know how to explain it. I'm pretty sure I'm like, these are Japanese, alcohol-based dye, quick dry. Keep out of reach of children. Well, we've already failed that. Someone gave them to me. Do not leave in direct sunlight or in high temperature. Replace cap firmly after use. Good to know. I should probably use the other end of these markers for these stems. But I'm a rebel. And, holy cow. How does that... How do I... Okay, well, we're just gonna kind of do it like that, I suppose. Well, it's like that now. Because the cool thing about these Kurecolors is that they have a very, very fine tip on the other side. So why I am not using them... Did you just suggest that I lick the Crayola marker? I'm sorry. I totally just got that out of the corner of my eye. Just have a nice green tongue for the rest of the day. It's fine. Someone come up to you like, do you know your tongue is green? Did you have a piece of candy?
I have a condition.
No, I just like to lick markers. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Someday I might see someone about it, but it's fine. Oh, I think I just died. I have absolutely no focus now. Oh, goodness. Oh. I'm crying. You guys can't see it, but I'm crying. I'm going to take my drink of my bubbly water. Burping shall commence in about 5 minutes. Okay, refocusing, coming back. What am I doing with my life? Absolutely nothing at present. Thanks, Mom. Thanks. Am I on screen? Of course I'm not on screen. Golly, you guys, I don't, you guys, and see, and this is why I stream. So thank you for that. I'm doing absolutely nothing with my life besides putting a good chunk of it up on the internet. Who does that? I'm like trying to decide if there's any other of the leaves. I think those are kind of what I'm gonna do for now. I heart all of your faces. I need you guys to know that. Because you're amazing. I like the letter U. U is a fun letter, if you think about it. Yeah, I'm the crazy cat lady who can't keep track of dogs. Story of my life. Okay, so for my colored pencils, I have the Juniper Green 165 and the Earth Green Yellowish 168. So let's see how those kind of lay down. Ooh, that's fun. Liking that. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference. I think we should have like a whole episode about the conspiracies of letters and fonts. Things we never realized. Kind of just lost focus there. Can I keep you in my pocket, like, all the time and just, like, pull you out randomly? Because, Erin, you are the voice I need in my head at all times. Oh no, we have gone down the rabbit hole and there's no coming back. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm dying. If this video gets demonetized, it is totally not my fault. But hey, that would be fun. I've never gotten a video demonetized before. Could check that one off of my New Year's resolutions. Or my bucket list. Possibly both. Goodness gracious. What did I do before I streamed? Honestly, mostly slept in on Sundays. Sorry, I just totally just try to tackle my camera. You know what? I just realized that we've been going for over an hour and a half. We have just hit the 100-minute mark. So I think this is probably a good place to call it for now, before I completely lose all of my sanity. Oh, so I think I will be, you know, honestly, I have no idea if I will be streaming next Sunday, because that is the Sunday before Christmas Eve. If I do stream next week, it'll probably be the earlier time. Maybe we'll shoot for 8 o'clock again. I don't know. I'll let you guys kind of know as it's happening what time I'll film next Sunday. Because I do want to, like I said, I really like you guys. I don't know why. Because, I mean, look at my comment section right now, my chat section right now. I don't know why I like you guys, but I like you guys. So I do want to be back next Sunday. Not 100% sure what time, but maybe we'll make it a slightly longer stream. I don't know. Playing it on the edge. But thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me today. And I hope to see you guys again next week. And I heart your beautiful faces. Bye.